Shishir here. Welcome to the week 1 in module 2 of the course. This module is about providing a 30,000 feet view of the course to you. That what exactly we are going to do, where we are right now, what are the different available options within the IT infrastructure field, and how you can navigate into them. So we need to understand exactly how this world looks like before we start getting deep into it. So here's what we are going to cover in this module. We are going to understand the breadth of the IT. So that's again how wide is the IT itself, what are different versions and modules and verticals within IT, and then within those versions and modules, where is Microsoft IT infrastructure. Then we will talk about specifically about the IT infrastructure field, and whereas what are the various sub verticals within inside it. Then we are going to talk about where you are as of now. So basically in that field, how do you fit in? And then we will also talk about the options which you have to grow up in the field, and you can choose wherever you want to grow up. We are going to tell you how exactly this course is going to help you to achieve the destinations which you have in your mind for yourself. And then there is a small exercise about defining what you want to become. Okay, so let's get started. The breadth of the IT. So, information technology overall is subdivided into all these things. Let me just get into it. So, on the top, there are two places. One is development and the other one is management and support. So development basically means that the people who have done programming, Java, C++, or .NET, or whatever other Python applications, programmings which are available, which help you to create applications. People write code and make applications, create subsystems. Now subsystems are also kind of an application, which we will read about or study about a bit later. Web apps. So web apps are the websites which are more than a website. So companies like Amazon. So Amazon.com is a web app. It's not a website because it is a very complicated piece of software which is running as a website. So it's kind of a web app. So one field of IT is development, where you are making applications, you are making operating systems, you are making subsystems, you are making web applications. And the other side of IT is the IT support and management system, which is there to support all these applications and subsystem and the web applications which are developed by the development people. So definitely one of the field there is the network support and management. This is about the people who do management of switches and who do management of firewalls, etc. We do tell a lot about network in our training as well. So if you want to go into this field, at least you will have your fundamentals well prepared for it. Yes, you can do certifications like CCNA, etc. to give market a bit of a confidence in your ability, and then if you want, you can go into these fields as well. But our training is not extensively about it. The other field is the hardware supported management, and this is about the people who are managing the physical hardwares, and they are aware of the physical construction of a server, removing of a hot swapping of a disk, or putting a network card, or putting an ILO card, and various other things. So these people don't have, like, they need to have a lot of other knowledges as well, and I don't think that this is a very highly rewarded career, so I won't suggest anyone to be in this field too much. The next one which we have is application support and management, and these are the applications which are either installed on your local environment. So these can be, say, AutoCAD, or Sage installations, or maybe some other business application installations which you are supporting, or these installations could be into the cloud, like and then they are called as the SaaS, the software as a service offering. When QuickBooks goes into the cloud, or when Microsoft Exchange goes into the cloud, it's called as Microsoft Office 365. So they could be SaaS offering, or they could be the local install. Again, in order to support the SaaS offering, you need to have very less technical knowledge because you don't have the backend interface access anymore. You are just managing or doing the admin work on it and not exactly troubleshooting it. So people coming from local installs background usually have an edge because they understand the technology very well. Now that's application support and management. The next thing is the infrastructure support and management. This is further divided into the Microsoft infrastructure support and management and Unix and Linux support and management. So Unix and Linux have further gone into numerous cloud offerings. We or our training is not at all about the Unix or Linux support and management. Our training specifically focuses on Microsoft support and management and Microsoft SaaS cloud, which we saw under the application support and management section. We talk about the Microsoft Azure cloud. We talk about the Microsoft on-premise solutions like Active Directory, the exchanges, other solutions which Microsoft offer, and the various subsystems which Microsoft have. So this is the overall breadth of the IT, how it is divided, and how our world, the world of Microsoft IT infrastructure, fits within this whole breadth of the IT. Now, in this whole thing, where are you? What is your position? So, of course, we are within the Microsoft IT support and management system. Microsoft IT support and management, like I told you, it's divided into Microsoft Cloud, which include various offerings like Microsoft Azure, Microsoft Infrastructure offering, Microsoft Platform offering, or Software as Software Service offering, including Office 365. So that's one field of it. The other one is Microsoft On-Premise. Now, Microsoft On-Premise is divided between client and server. So within the client, you get Windows client or Mac clients or the mobiles and tablets which are using Microsoft client services. And then other side, you have got Microsoft servers. Microsoft servers is divided into the various servers and the platforms and subsystems which are running on them. So a platform is something which basically takes over the whole server usage, and a subsystem is a software within the operating system. We are going to talk about subsystem more in future, so let's just hold our thoughts over until then. But within Microsoft, you can be talking about the platforms like Active Directory, PKI, LDAP, and Exchange, LDAP, and other platforms which are possibly available. Or you could be talking about the subsystems like Exchange, Web Server, DHCP, and DNS. Our training primarily focus on these components: the Microsoft on-premise server, platform, subsystem, what all softwares and applications are included in this, and also touches upon the Microsoft cloud offering, including the Microsoft Azure IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, and Microsoft Office 365. We try to give you all the knowledge around these things. You are currently, in our best understanding, either entirely out of this system and you haven't entered the system at all, or at best you are somewhere at the Microsoft client end of the system where you are managing the Windows clients, working as a help desk engineer or a desktop engineer, dealing with the end user directly and doing some kind of a troubleshooting. You could also be like, of course, with the Microsoft client end operations, you might be doing a bit of Office 365 troubleshooting and stuff as well, but they are without the fundamental knowledge of Microsoft Exchange. So they're again the limited access which you have to the panel, and you are doing those kind of work. So your position currently is under the highlighted section which I am showing you. Either you're out of the system, like I said, or in the highlighted section which is shown there. And we are trying to get you overall in this platform, that is within Microsoft servers, whatever is there, and then whatever is inside Microsoft Cloud. So we're trying to give you those two knowledges. Now let's look at the engineer's hierarchy. What is the hierarchy which is available for a typical engineer? So engineers usually starts as a desktop or a help desk or a junior server engineer. Now such an engineer do not have any subject matter expertise. They have a very random kind of a task like OS installation, printer installation, or troubleshooting the client applications, etc. From there, they can move on to become a server engineer. Not that everybody is lucky enough to get that opportunity, because you need to have the level of skills and some kind of a luck to move to those levels. That is why you are actually having this training, so that you can get those skills. Now, a server engineer is somebody who is fully aware of the application subsystem and is learning a very specific technology. A server engineer usually focuses on a specific technology within the server. He has a bit of a awareness about the networks as well. A senior engineer, a senior server engineer, is somebody who has expert level knowledge of a primary technology and has a general knowledge of various other related technologies. And when you become a senior engineer and you remain in that area for quite a while, then the next thing which you can do is you can become a solution architect. Now, a solution architect is somebody who has knowledge of multiple apps and subsystems. He has a great level of awareness about other technologies. He is generally a jack of all, so he knows a lot of technologies with a general perspective. And then he is a master of certain technologies, and he's usually good at identity. We'll talk about identity later. Solution architects also kind of have a leadership quality or sales quality, and because they kind of are interfacing with various customers and they need to have those skills as well. More senior levels and names for solution architect roles. So you can grow up as a solution architect, and there are numerous possibilities after this. You can keep growing to become a CIO of the company, but to grow fast from here, you need to work on your people skills. You also, probably if you want to become a CIO, you might also need to have some kind of a master's in business administration kind of certifications. But the most important thing, which will help you grow from senior engineer level to solution architect and then to the higher levels, even up till the CIO, that is to have the correct mindset. Alright, so now we understand how the engineer hierarchy looks like and what are the various stages which we can achieve being an engineer. Now let's look at what is the IT management hierarchy. So when you start like an intern or a help desk engineer or a desktop engineer, there are two paths for you. Those people who don't feel very comfortable with the computer and they don't like troubleshooting, but they have for some reason got into the IT world, they like to go into IT incident and process management or the ITIL framework. This is more about the people who are looking overall IT process, looking at the tickets, making the reports. An IT incident process manager is somebody who makes up the reports on the number of tickets which are coming in or the number of problems which are reoccurring. And these people are usually not much about the technology itself, then rather than more about the management of the technology. So it's a different field. It's more of a management kind of a thing. It's more of a process thing rather than being technical. But a lot of people go there. The next stage from here is that usually you can become process manager for the whole ITIL process. One thing which I really doubt is, or at least I have not seen in my experience, is that these process managers or these people going much higher to the CTO or CIO level, because generally you are expected to have a lot of technical knowledge if you reach to those levels, and a process manager don't have that knowledge. The other field, which is our field, is to become an engineer or a senior engineer from there, then become a solution architect. Once you become a solution architect, then you have a couple of options. If you are in a non-IT company, then typically you can become a group manager. Now, group manager is somebody, there are various groups or IT towers within an organization. Like network is a tower, end user computing is a tower, databases is a tower, business applications is a tower, or enterprise data management is a tower. So these are different towers which are created within IT. And a group manager is typically who is owner of a tower. So let's say for end user computing, this guy would be responsible for Exchange servers, this guy will be responsible for Active Directory, this guy will be responsible for Citrix, this guy might be responsible for some other client-end applications like SharePoint, etc. Or the network group manager. The network group manager would be responsible for the switches, the network speed, the internet of the organization, the DHCP, the Wi-Fi of the organization, and maybe a bit of security in the organization. So these are the group manager kind of people. So like I said, the solution architect needs to have a lot of knowledge about different technologies. He needs to be jack of all. So such guy become an ideal candidate for being a group manager. And once you become a group manager who is owner of a IT tower, then the next possible position for the smarter group managers who have the correct mindset and who are willing to grow to those levels is CIO or CTO. Because after the group manager, you basically become the owner of all the towers. So all group managers report to CIO or CTO because he is the head of the overall IT. So you can become that. The other option, that is if you are in an IT company like Microsoft or Citrix or IBM or something, then you have an option to go into a technology specialization. So within the technology on which you are working, so you might be an end user computing solution architect, but then you go into messaging only. That is exchange servers. And within messaging, you further develop and look at the options within messaging, how to make it a better solution, how to make it a future proof solution, what are the new features which you can get into it. And you become kind of a division owner for messaging. You look into the further growth of the technology as a division owner. The other option for an engineer or senior engineer is to become a product manager or a product owner. Now, you might be working on a standard technology or a certain technology, and there is somebody who owns that product in your organization. Like you could be working on messaging. So, messaging consists of the Office 365 and the Exchange service in the organization. And I'm sorry if some of you don't understand these exchange and messaging and these kind of terminologies, then don't worry. We are going to talk about them later in quite a lot of details. But as of now, just understand that these are some products. So if you are an engineer and you are owner of messaging or you are owner of Active Directory, so there must be a product manager who own a group of engineers, who own a group of team which is responsible for managing that project. So that person is a product manager or he is the project manager. And such multiple project manager or product manager reports to the group manager. Group manager again is a tower lead, like a EUC tower lead who is responsible for Citrix, who is responsible for Exchange, who is responsible for end user computing like the Windows client, desktop troubleshooting support and all that. So you report into that person. And a product owner, somebody who is owner of Microsoft Exchange would report into an end user computing tower lead or a group manager. And from, of course, from group manager, once again, you can become CTO or CIO. So these are the various options which are available to you in IT management hierarchy. Now, how this course will help you? This course will provide you all the technical knowledge that you need to reach the sweet point between the server engineer and senior server engineer. Let me show you this. Let me go back. Do you see that highlighted arrow between the server engineer and senior server engineer? So we take you to that sweet point. You will have all the knowledge that a server engineer should possess. You would have done a lot of practicals as well to give you the confidence of a server engineer. That's why we are saying that you will be more than a server engineer. Because we would have given you a lot of knowledge for a senior server engineer and would have given you a lot of practicals. We cannot make you a senior engineer because only experience can make you that. There is no shortcut for experience. But unfortunately, experience comes very rarely. Like I tell a lot of people that whatever servers which we are talking about here, whether it is messaging, exchange, O365 now, cloud services, etc., they don't break every day. So getting experience while working in an organization is very difficult. But we'll try to make some kind of a plan or a program to keep giving you that experience through our community so that you keep understanding new issues and keep growing up. So you'll have all the knowledge that a server engineer should possess, and you would have done some practical stuff. We cannot make you a senior engineer because only experience can make you that. The course will expedite the process for you to become a senior engineer, provided you do all the hard work. After senior engineer, your growth will depend on your practice of mindset. Remember, you can only grow as high as you can dream. Dreaming, mindset, and practice is the most important thing. Once again, this is the image of the Darwin theory of evolution. We believe that you are at that first point, the monkey who is on 4 legs, and we will get you to make you this middleman. We can't make you the man in the front, because that only time and dedication can make you. But we'll get you to this level. That's what this course is about. Alright, let's define your destination. We have provided you a 30,000 feet view of what the IT field looks like. We also provided you the information about the bifurcation in the Microsoft Infra Support and Management field. Now we want you to define your goals. Define your goals in terms of time. Define your goals in terms of money. Define your goals in terms of destination. Remember, defining the goal is the most important thing in terms of achieving them. So what we have covered in this module is the breadth of the IT. We showed you what all stuff is there in the IT and the difference between development and support. We showed you how IT infrastructure field is bifurcated. We tried to tell you where you are as of now. We also showed you how this course will help you and will help you reach to a certain level, and we showed that to you. And now the last thing which we are asking you to do is define your destination, and that is your action item. Complete, define your goal worksheet. Refer to the attached worksheet and fill up the required information in it. So with this sheet, you can define the goals which you want to achieve in your life. And keep it handy because you will have to refer it again and again. Thank you guys. That's it. Enjoy. And I'll see you in the next module.